a typical father for around here in the sense that he worked a lot of hours and my mum stayed at home, looked after the kids.
I got on very well with my father, but he was a big disciplinarian.
I grew up autistic, and not many parents know how to deal with an autistic child.
Well, my father started off being one of those very involved fathers, which for an African is very unusual.
My father is my stepfather, because he was around from when I was 3.
Hero worshipped him, really. Looked up to him. He was everything I could possibly want in a dad.
My father left my mum with 3 young boys when I was 4 years old.
He was a good dad. He was a very quiet, tough man.
I didn't have particularly great link with my father when I was a child, and unfortunately he died very young.
He made 110% effort just to be with us. Even if he was knackered out of his skull, he'd still have time with us.
My mum and dad split up when I was about 16. I still see him though. He liked a quiet life. He liked his cup of tea and his book, end of an evening.
It seemed to us at the time, because of the divorce, actually decided to step back from his role as an involved father.
He gave me lots of insights into all sorts of wonderful things, music, Flanagan and Allen, Glenn Miller, you know, I was brought up with all that sort of stuff.
Sunday dinners, always together. Always my dad carved.
In teenage years, you start to drift apart a little bit from your father, and then, as you get a little bit older again, that relationship builds and gets better again.
For us, I think my brothers and I, a very definite impact, because he'd gone from this man who did so much with us to someone who just barely made time for us and had to be reminded.
He doesn't know what team I support. He's never had that hands-on approach. And to this very day, we are kind of like strangers.
Having wished that I had one for longer, I now think it's very important that my children have great contact with their dads and, you know, have a good relationship.
I think a father figure when you're growing up is very important for a young girl or a young guy, and to have that father figure there helps them develop in their own lives.
Strong, just always there really, and you look to them for advice and support.
To be able to provide a good role model for the children.
I was never pretty good at things like DIY because I never had a father to say, this is how you lay tiles, this is how you put wallpaper on a wall.
Anyone can be a father, but like it says on your T-shirts, it takes something special to be a good father.
But you only have one dad, so love him to bits and enjoy him while he's here.
Not money, you know, it's nothing to do with money. It's all to do with time, energy and effort.
On my 18th, my dad was adamant he'd take me for my first legal pint, and I was so psyched about it. He took me for it, and it was just the best moment of my life.
I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. I'll see you one day. Hopefully.